No, beetle no.
So, welcome to American Memorial Park. I know it's the first time for some of you. And on behalf of the National Park Service, I'd like to tell you of the protocols here. Within this auditorium, there's no snacking, no water, no gum, no betel nut, and please turn off your cell phones. My boss has instilled it in me that it's really important.
Before we begin, I would like to have everyone, first of all, let me welcome everyone. I'd like to have everyone take a moment of silence for Roger Ludwig, who passed away about a little over a week ago. Roger is a fellow retiree, and we'd like to take a moment just for him and all the other retirees that have passed away. Thank you. Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
All right. This is the annual meeting of the Commonwealth Retirement Association. And at the annual meeting, we elect a new board of directors, or we fill the positions that have become vacant during the past year that the current members have served. So that's going to be the first order of business, is to elect a new board. And I want to just go over what's going to happen, what we want to happen throughout this meeting. Uncle Dave Sablon is going to assist at the board in getting the new board members elected. There will be 8 members will be elected to the board in this meeting. So be thinking now about someone you want to nominate. We'll take nominations, and then we'll go through an election process where you will select 8 people out of all of the nominees. After we get the election process started, people will make their choices, and then while that's being tallied, we'll move on to the next part of our program, which is to have Richard Villagomez, the executive director for the retirement fund, is going to address the group. And following Mr. Villagomez, which I hope to keep all of these down to, we figure 10 to 12 minutes of a presentation, and then 10 to 12 minutes of questions and answers from the audience. Following Mr. Villagomez, Mr. Sapiro Rafin is going to take the podium to discuss his recent notice of removal from the Superior Court to the District Court of a lawsuit. Following Mr. Sapiro, questions and answers, will be the Honorable Speaker Eli Cabrera. I didn't see him, is he here? Okay, and Mr. Speaker Cabrera will talk about his proposal now that's being considered in the House of Representatives or in the legislature. Following Mr. Cabrera is Delegate Gregorio Sablon. He would like to make a few words, a few comments to the group. And then that will be pretty much the conclusion of these events.
You're going to ask for votes at the end of these presentations?
I'm sorry?
Are you going to ask for votes at the end of these presentations?
No, we're not voting. We're not going to vote on anything because, for one thing, to vote on a case that's before the district court is kind of meaningless.
But I thought there was a question as to whether the CRA supported.
We'll have a show of support. Let's put it that way, but not votes. I don't know how we do that.
Ayes and nays. Ask for a voice vote.
Do that. We can do that. But I was thinking about, individual ballots. Is that what you said?
No.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Because Bill Gomez presumably is also going to present the apportioned cutbacks on retirement pay.
Right.
So you could do ayes and nays there too.
We can do that.
You've got to see the retirees together. Why not get a sense of where they stand, so that when people stand up and talk about what the CRA stands for, what they do, they've got something to support them.
Okay, I agree. We can have, like I said, a show of support, but not to kind of yay or nay on a particular item, I don't know what the purpose of that's going to serve. If you really want to influence what's happening, you need to talk to the people at the legislature. They're the ones who have the
People have been
hammer.
getting up and saying that they're representing the CRA when there's been no opportunity for the CRA members to express their opinion.
Well, we can do that.
So you need to take advantage of the fact that we're here
Okay.
and get our opinion on these things.
All right. So, right now is Mr. Montevideo Sablon. Are you here?
Here.
Oh, okay. What I'd like to do right now is to turn this over to you and to Oscar so that we can get the election process out of the way.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm also a retiree,
Good.
but I'm also better known as the retarded one. So Maggie is my executive secretary at my office. She volunteered to do some work tonight. By the way, we have a master list of those that are registered a year or so ago. So before you leave here, make sure that your name is checked off so that we know the number of people who are here this evening, attended the meeting. CRA members only. I know there's some congressmen who are not retired, and I know some of the people from the administration are here, but I'm only asking those who are retired CRA members to please check in with Maggie before you leave. I read the bylaws before I came here to make sure that I know the area of my responsibility.
David?
I think so.
Yes, ma'am.
You're saying that members of the people who are employed for the CNMI government, who are DBA,
Well, members of the CRA.
are members of
Who are-
CRA, right?
Defined benefit program members.
So they don't have to have retired already, they could still be working?
Active and retired.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you. Anyway, we are to elect 8 members of the board. Once the 8 members have been elected by those of you who are here, I guess, then it is up to the 8 to decide who's going to be the president, the vice president, the secretary, and treasurer. So that we don't have to do that tonight. All we need to do is elect for 8 members of the board. So the floor is now open for nomination, and Maggie will take down the names of the nominees. Brother John.
Nominate Mr. Oscar Komatsu.
I'll second it.
Second, nominate second, Oscar to be a director. Gloria.
I nominate you and Donna.
Oh, I have to respectfully decline.
Me too.
I'm a better worker than I am an officer, believe me. So, well, I promise that I will help. As you know, I was there before,
I know.
and thank you very much for the nomination, but I must respectfully decline. I do a better job in just being a worker. Thank you very much.
I nominate Mrs. Agnes McPeters.
I second.
Agnes McPeters. If anyone object, you can raise and object to any of these nominations. Agnes McPeters, you're being nominated.
She's here.
Okay. Oh, there you are. How many we got? Only 2 thus far. Sir.
I'd like to nominate Ivan Probst.
Ivan Probst.
I have to follow your lead, Dave, and respectfully decline as well.
Unless you have a valid reason why you're declining.
My failing eyesight
Donna still won't do it.
and so it's difficult to read all of the material that is distributed.
Let me share with you the problems that I too have. Okay? Some of my hearing organ are problems. So if you need to improve your sight, go and see OVR. I did.
I've been to all of the ophthalmologists and optometrists and have been working on that for a few years and so far haven't succeeded. I only know your dates of Lund, not because I can see you, but because Ron said you were coming up. And I recognize your voice.
All right.
But if I may, in declining, could I make a nomination?
You recognize. Go ahead.
I would like to nominate Larry Cabrera.
Second.
I second the nomination.
Yeah, he's declining.
I've got a lot of things to take care of on a daily basis, 7 days a week.
You think I don't know?
Well, okay.
You think I don't know?
I nominated John Tenor.
Sorry?
John Eichtenor.
Yeah.
I believe that I have served the board with due diligence, and I really feel that you retirees should be involved, not just us. So I like to decline and give the other members a chance so that you can feel this kind of work. So I wouldn't mind to serve again if nobody wants to. But for now, there's a lot of us who are retirees, and again, with all due respect, you ought to volunteer. Thank you.
Okay. That's why we're going to put you at number 8. I mean, I know you're a good public servant, and therefore we're just going to have to keep you around. So for now, we'll put you number 8, unless somebody objects, or unless somebody comes along that has the remarks.
I nominate Antonio Cabrera. Second.
I have plans to leave the island.
You have to leave the island?
I will be here in all
Can I nominate another one? Or
Maybe we should ask for volunteers.
Yeah.
I nominate George Haberman. Are you here?
George, yeah, he's here.
George, are you here?
George. There he
Laura,
is.
I have to respectfully
Aye.
decline. I don't feel I have, I'm only here 55% of the time.
That's fine.
You've always been that way, George.
You don't want to do this?
Sapuro Raven.
Before.
Sapuro Raven.
Seconded.
I respectfully